Yeah,
Send tweet.
Trash Cops. That's our next game that we're gonna build together. Trash Cops.
Man, I have had a hard time with my game jam, my current ongoing game jam due tomorrow.
Yeah. Is
Yup.
it gonna be done tomorrow?
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. Though, I mean, the last game jam that I participated in with you,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't exactly deliver a game,
No, we did badly on that too.
but I did walk away with a sprite
It's some
animation library. Right? I got some tech.
That's true. You also walked away with some amazing sprites.
Yep.
Just
Sprites
just
are
so wonderful of sprites.
sprites are great. So
Are we live? Do
we
people
are
know?
live. Yeah. I mean, I guess they might know.
Right. We don't actually know if they know or not. I'll go pull up chat just in case.
I don't think there's anything we can do here. I think we gotta go back to the bullshit immediately. So I guess I'll.
Yeah, you got to get back on your bullshit for this game. That is all this game is. I mean, based on what you've told me on how much of this is just like the original game, it's literally just you're back on your bullshit the whole time.
Yeah, that seems right. Oh, but yeah.
Which is
So the game jam stuff, like I think I'm gonna be able to basically ship a tile renderer.
all right. I mean, that's more than you started with, right?
Which is something, yeah. So, like, by the time I get through maybe 6 to 10 game jams, I might have enough to, like, build something like a game for that next jam.
Right. You'll finally have enough stuff to start building a game. That's cool, though. I mean, you've
What is
got
this?
your. Those look like coffins to me, buddy.
I don't understand what's happening here. Oh. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I. What was this last time? You were fighting the like mummy things last time,
Yeah,
right?
they were like on fire.
Right.
They were fire guys.
There's been too much going on since we last played. Since we last played, because I'm doing a lot of this playing. People don't know that,
Yeah.
but I'm sending key presses the whole time. They're not going anywhere, but I'm sending key.
It's not Twitch plays. It's Kenneth plays.
Yeah, it's BLC plays. That'd be pretty great.
Okay.
Like I play the game, but really I'm just watching. Are you a fan of Pelican Brewing?
Actually, no.
No?
I believe that Pelican Brewing is an insult to life itself.
Well, all right. I was gonna say that their Bad Santa Dark Ale was pretty tasty, but I guess I won't bring that up.
So here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I've tried. Oh, this is kind of.
This is a thing.
Yeah, what is.
So that controls that one.
Okay, wait. I have fucked this up significantly.
Hey,
Okay. I gotta back this up.
You gotta make that cross thing. Come up on the wall.
Yep. So which way? This way, I think.
That looks right.
So this is very similar to no. It went the opposite way I thought it was going to go. But yeah, so
It's a
this
really
is
weird, screwed up
very
looking cross.
very in the vein of Resident Evil 4. Oh, god damn it. Is that not it? Aren't we done?
I think your middle one has to be 180 from where it is.
You think?
I think that big one has to be 180. Yeah.
The thing on
Which
the
is just
wall is well,
Well, just because it looks like it's got like a wider socket area.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. So I feel like the error here, yeah, shit. All right.
And I'm also wondering if maybe the two side ones need to be flipped around as well.
Yeah, I mean, any of them could need to be flipped around for stupid reasons.
It's a really crappy puzzle to look at. Like just trying to figure out like what goes which way.
All right, that actually, the middle looks right to me now. That's
Okay.
not what I want. Is there no? That's both. And then solo. This is pretty weird, man.
I hate puzzles like this. Mainly it's just because I'm always really bad at them and I end up just trying them until I finally get them. Like I never have a plan going into these puzzles.
It's dangerous to have a plan.
Well, yeah, because you're never gonna actually hit it, or I never do at least. But yeah, I look at these puzzles and I'm always like, if I turn the dials long enough, it'll get close.
Eventually, the puzzles do solve themselves, I find. You're right.
That or the game developers are just like, you know what? We got to toss this guy a bone. Let's just, yeah, you got it. That totally looks like the picture we wanted you to make. That's 100%.
I'm at a total loss at this point.
Well, so you've got one really distinctive feature, right? Which is the V that's not connected to anything. Which way is that on the original thing on the wall? Is it pointing? Is the V pointing up or is the V pointing down?
There is no V
There's not. There's not the unbroken
on the
or broken
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely solid.
Oh well, fuck these guys then. They can't even make the same design twice. What the hell? You're right. It is. So one side is okay. Yeah. How do you even know if you got it right or not?
Oh. Well, that's unexpected.
I'm waiting for the unexpected thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's not normally how people drink wine in a box. That's what that is, right? Boxed wine?
Yes. Franzia.
Yeah, you found the Shrine of Franzia?
Well, that's done. Wow, Sebastian is like really fucked up.
It's a lot of wine, dude.
What am I guess I'm gonna use a box to restore my health. And then I should also check to see if I can craft one quickly. Because that's a thing we can do in the field.
It is. It seems like a kind of complicated thing to do in a field. Like,
Yeah, it was
I'm
so
going to assemble
easy.
an entire first aid kit.
Yep. That's the easiest thing I'll do all day. Fabricate field medicine.
Yeah. Well, you know, just do it as many days as you can, and as often as you can, for your max of 1.
Yep. Well, this looks like some shit.
Yeah. Oh, see, now that's much more metal. I'm way more approving of the flaming cross thing over there.
You're
Like that's way better.
you're really into metal, huh? Is that true?
I'm not super into metal, not anymore at least.
I know you've got a punk side.
Yeah.
Sebastian
I
Castellano,
occasionally still go for some metal.
you finally come. I've
Um,
been waiting.
I never
It's
did.
a fun.
Who the hell are
No.
you?
No.
It's a fun.
My followers call me.
It's a fun
Father
genre of
Theodore.
music.
I hope that you will call me that too, Fred.
I'm just grimacing right
You're a
now.
lunatic with a god complex, huh? I already killed one of you today.
He's Morpheus, right?
Of course you did.
Yeah,
That
may
is
as well
how
be.
you deal with every challenge in your life, through brute force and intimidation. And look where it has
How would you know if it's really today?
into a hell of your own.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Lower your
I get it, wanting to be like, I already killed one of you today,
Use
because
your
you want to
mind
sound real
instead of your
badass.
fists.
But you don't really know.
We have the same goals.
It might have been like a week ago,
We can
because you're in a
help each other.
dreamscape. You don't know what the time is
Join
like.
me.
That's right.
You will be reunited with your daughter. And I will have
That would have been a fun thing for them to play with.
I already know who has Lily.
I don't know how they would have
Yes.
worked that into the game, but
And Myra won't give her up so easily.
The illusion of time.
Where
Well,
Yeah.
are they?
I wish that I could tell you.
maybe I just want
But
Sebastian
you
to
are
like
not
starve to
ready.
death while they have him strapped in.
You must be folded.
you don't think
into my
they're
father
feeding him
so
Jello
I can
while he's
share that
immersed in
I
the
said
bathtub?
Tell me where she is.
knowledge. Accept my invitation.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are.
I can lead you away from your own darkness.
I would assume they're force feeding him somehow. They've got a tube down his throat or something.
They
Sorry,
better.
I'm not a follower.
That's what he deserves.
Be it.
They'd probably also have to give him like some intravenous alcohol every
You
once in a
have
while to
so
prevent him
much
getting
pain.
the
The
DTs.
events of
Mhm.
the past haunt your every moment.
That's a thing you don't
I
think about.
showed you the path.
You're just
Although-
like, no, we're gonna stick.
I mean, maybe this is like rehab for him, though. Maybe
Oh,
he's
maybe-
just
yeah, maybe they're
suffering
trying
all
him
the
out.
withdrawal and
Willing.
he's unaware.
Then we can assume our
That's
natural
totally possible.
not as adversaries, but as allies. Farewell for now, Sebastian.
Wait.
Look who finally woke up. About time. I could use a little help here. You know how to use a gun, right?
Just a lot of cutscene going on.
They ran out of game.
Take that side. Keep shooting until they're dead or we run out of ammo.
But they had to fill some time.
What the hell is going on here?
We can talk later. Focus on staying alive.
Why don't you get a cool gun?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Not so bad yourself.
Like she's just like, here, have your.
Looks like you've
Wow, she did a great job keeping them out.
I Yeah, I thought she was going to be watching that other
Grab some
window.
supplies while you can.
Yeah,
Hear more
no.
coming.
All right.
She's just gonna stand behind
She
you.
just wanted to take a break. I was relieving her, and that's fair.
I mean, I understand that.
I mean, I did just take a nap while she was on
Right.
duty, so
Take more than that
You
to
took a
stop
nice
me.
warm nap. It's gonna take more than that to stop them, too.
Eat lead, ugly son of a bitch!
well, I should just let her
Check the back. I can hear more on the way.
wail on him.
Maybe, yeah.
Check the back. Yeah.
She's got some great ears to hear all these people coming.
Aim for the head. Takes less ammo.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Give me a hand over here, would ya?
Oh, no.
This isn't working well.
Nope. We're not doing great right now. That woman's about to die.
Yeah, well. I mean, how much use has she really been to you so far?
Not a whole lot. Oh, I can resuscitate her somehow. Shit.
You might have to deal with a couple of things first. Oh, what if you just set the house on fire with that red barrel?
It's Sebastian's favorite thing.
Yeah.
Burning
Burning
houses.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of experience with them. Unfortunately, your daughter's not here to leave in it.
Oh, I have to kick the barrel over first, though, of course.
That's true.
Kick it over,
It's
Seb.
very-
Oh, and I gotta reload the gun! Oh, this is a bunch of horseshit. I'm about to run out of bottles, I bet.
There was one over by the window.
Yeah,
Oh, you're not supposed to be on the water when you do that.
I...
Or the oil.
Shit, they're everywhere.
Just,
Don't
pro
let them
tip.
gang up on you.
Oh, no.
Well, that was easy. How is she talking to you? She's
I don't
dead.
know. I bet... Oh, shit. I need to get her back up. Because I could use the help.
She was pretty handy. Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is ridiculous. That was a lot of zombies. That's more zombies than you've ever dealt with before.
Yeah,
They know you're there.
yeah, they do. Well, I guess we're doing this over.
Yeah, well, okay.
But that's fair. I always say throw the first 3 away. So,
Yeah,
Until they're dead
yeah.
or we run out of ammo.
Well, I mean, the first one's guaranteed to be trash.
What the hell is going on here?
We can talk later. Just focus on staying alive.
Not so bad yourself.
Yeah, what if you do just kind of hold back and let her take point?
Got enough ammo?
Oh, she doesn't take point. That's what happens.
yeah.
Looks like you've done this before.
Too many times to count.
That's just useless.
Grab some supplies while you can. I can hear more coming.
All right,
So,
but I'm getting
like
some
6?
answers when this is all over.
Kicking over the barrel now in preparation.
I think that's a good plan, yeah. Because you know you're going to get swarmed at some point. Hopefully you can keep her alive and up.
Right, if I can keep her upright.
There you go.
It's gonna take more than that to stop me.
Don't
Check
shoot
the
her.
back. I can hear more on the way.
Although I always do wonder if you can kill your
Eat lead, ugly son of a bitch!
support staff.
It's possible.
Give me a hand over here,
Yeah.
would ya?
Eat lead, you ugly son of a bitch. Oh, that was fairly drastic.
Shit, they're everywhere.
Don't let them gang up on you.
Well, that's easy for you to say, Sebastian. As you run off and leave her alone.
I'm taking care of business back here.
I understand. Nice. I approve of the blood splatter. That was pretty good.
Hey, what the hell is that noise?
Oh shit! Watch out!
I don't even recognize whatever that. Oh, okay.
What are these things?
Doesn't matter. Just kill him.
What do we got? We got a. Oh, we got one of those things.
One of those cat men.
They just
Yeah.
coming.
And so
The
One of
pansies.
the Dark Souls things, or Demon's Souls things, rather.
Actually, that's right. There was a thing in Bloodborne that these things kind of remind me of.
Oh, you got some green goo.
I need it. I need to get paid.
There was some coming out of the
This way.
half and half thing back there that you just killed too.
Yep.
420 bullets.
420
shot
shoot
every
it.
day.
Yeah.
Thanks. Don't know if I could have done that on my own.
There's just crap all
I'm
over
Esmeralda
this house.
Torres.
I'm.
Sebastian.
Yep.
I know.
It's a mess.
Check out that sweet
It
tool
looks
chest
like we
she's
got it for
got.
now. We should make a move
I could,
before they show up.
I could use that to upgrade some
How did I
weapons,
wind up
maybe.
here? And who are you?
Maybe so. There might be a weapon in there.
No time for 20 questions. My safe house isn't too far. We can talk on the way there.
Didn't she just tell you what her name was?
Take whatever
I
you need
didn't
inside.
hear it.
I'll be out here.
Torres.
Try to stay
It looks
quiet.
like.
Torres,
Know
yeah.
those things.
You can at least tell me how you know my name.
Kidman told me to keep an eye out for you.
Kidman.
She said she would try to get your help if the plan went to shit. And here you are, so
It's written on your underwear,
I'm
dude.
lost. What plan?
getting Lily out of here. And then taking Mobius down for good. Wait a second.
Good priorities.
I gotcha. So the plan was to get Lily out and take down Mobius. So now, what's her name that you keep talking to is a good guy?
What's her name that I keep talking to? You mean Kidman?
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. I
Is-
think
is
I can
she-
remember these people's names.
Is she a good
Well,
guy?
that's
Well,
what Torres just said. Torres just said that Kidman's plan was to get Lily out and take down Mobius.
yeah. So in the DLC, we learned that Kidman was basically a double agent traitor.
Okay.
And,
Traitor to Mobius
well,
or traitor to someone else?
double agent literally. So she was like
Okay.
undercover for Mobius, embedded in Sebastian's police squad.
Okay.
So she was posing as Crimson City PD, but really she was a Mobius agent. And so in the main game, we only know that she's a cop. Like that's the assumption. And then in the DLC, we learn that, oh, she's actually totally
A Mobius
shady
agent.
and part of a shadow society.
Gotcha.
But then by the end of the DLC, she rejects Mobius, and I guess now she's turning tail again.
She has a lot of coats to turn.
Yeah.
She's a coat lover.
Well, yeah. So she will basically double cross anybody that she encounters.
Right.
Is the gist.
That's slightly unfortunate.
I mean, I don't think it's really. I don't think that's her worldview. She's not malicious.
Let me guess.
I think
Way back to your safe house.
she was just kind of.
There might be another way. Come on.
She's a little fickle.
Well, no, I think she was abused. I think she must have like grown up in an orphanage or had some crazy daddy issues or something. Because I think there was like this whole La Femme Nikita vibe going on.
Oh, okay.
Like they raised her in a Mobius facility or something.
Got it. I'll just...
Get under.
Okay.
Whoa, you alright? Let me
Get your
help.
ass through before I drop it on your head.
Okay, I've got it.
Thanks.
If only you had a hatchet or an axe that you could use to take care of this.
He would be there all day long.
Need a break after that, old man?
I don't know. We've seen him like completely smash open shipping crates
He
with one
will.
swipe.
He will demolish shipping crates, but as soon as there's a little piece of metal on that crate, it's impossible.
Wait, Myra?
Totally impervious.
Why she's here? She's part of Mobius. This is ridiculous.
Gonna have to die.
Oh, Glue Wife
Don't
did
worry
this,
about
huh?
This isn't the time, Torres.
I'm just gonna call her Elmer.
it. You know, you should be proud of your wife.
Yeah.
She's compelling. She recruited me for this plan.
I also just spilled beer all over myself, so I got that going for me.
Congrats.
They had Lily. They knew the only way to take them down was from the inside.
I mean, it could be
She
worse,
joined up and
but
waited for the right moment.
All these years. That's where she was. Damn it.
tale's
This
old
is
as
a lot to
time.
take in.
I'm sure it is, but let's not lose focus.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of an understatement, right? Hey, man, your daughter's kind of okay, and your wife is involved in all this, and
course.
she's been working to get your daughter out.
Ready?
So basically, your whole life for the last few years is a
Hold on,
lie.
I've got you.
Total lie.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wow.
But he's
He
cool
just
with it.
threw her.
Yeah,
just
he
threw
did.
her like 10 feet up.
Just threw her like she was a
Just gonna
grapefruit.
forget about me?
What? You thought I'd leave you hanging like that?
And then she just walks off and leaves him. That'd be great. He wasn't hanging,
Part
he's
of the
just
plan
standing there.
now.
Right.
Damn, dude. With that kind of jump, he should have been a basketball player, not a
The plan.
cop.
Who else was involved in this little mutiny?
Just 4 of us. Me, Kidman, Myra, and Theodore.
Theodore. Father Theodore.
Maybe he did.
Father
Maybe
Theodore.
maybe he was on,
Theodore
you know,
was.
the
You know him?
Crimson City streaks.
But he doesn't want to save
Right.
Lily. He wants her for himself. Tried to talk me into hunting down Myra, too. He's the one who screwed everything up. How is this whole thing supposed
This
to
is
go?
just
Once Myra and Theodore
It's
got
just so
Lily,
much crap,
Theodore
man.
and I were gonna get her out while Myra stayed behind to take care of Mobius.
No one cares about any of
Stay
this.
outside and make sure we got out of STEM
Can
safely.
we like email the game devs and just be like, no one
Nothing's
cares?
ever easy.
I feel like that would require too much caring.
Oh no.
Yeah, it might. It might. So, have you ever read the Mistborn series of books
No.
by Brandon Sanderson?
Sounds fake.
I assure you, it is a real series of books.
Quick, follow me.
Yeah, so I read them a few years ago, and then Joe and I have been reading them lately.
Oh, okay.
We're like 2/3 of the way done with the second book. Maybe a little more. But so if you don't know who Brandon Sanderson is, he's a
Mm-mm.
sci-fi fantasy writer who's kind of known for coming up with inventive and very creative magic systems for his
Okay.
worlds.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So in this world, in the world of Mistborn, the characters who are known as Mistborn, and others, they can swallow small amounts of metal,
Okay.
and then they can use those metals, depending on which metals it is, to have different effects on the world. So, like, if you're a misting, a misting is a person who can't use all of the metals, and a mistborn can use all of them. So, if you're someone who can use steel, then you can use that steel to pull you, or towards other sources of metal, or to pull those pieces of metal toward you if they're lighter than you are. And there's others, like if you use tin enhances your senses so that you can see and hear and feel things better and stuff like that. I think it'd be very interesting as a video game, but there's like 12 different metals, 14 different metals, so I don't know how you would do that that's a lot of keys, you know?
It's also, it's just a lot of permutations too. Can they be combined to yield some
Well, you
kind
could
of combination effect?
You could use them at the same time, right? So
Yeah.
like pewter makes you stronger. Using pewter makes you stronger, physically stronger. So like if you were using steel to push on something,
Physically stronger, as in stronger in the real way.
right, stronger as in like you could punch something harder, or you have better balance, or you can run faster. So you're physically a more powerful person. So if you were using, say, steel or iron to help you push or pull on some of the metal, and you made yourself physically stronger, then you could push that metal harder than you could without that. So yeah, you have these combinatory effects. I don't know, it could be interesting though, like, because a lot of it you don't use actively, like the tin, which just makes your senses better. You're not necessarily going to be actively using that. You're just probably going to turn that on so that like nobody can sneak up on you.
Yeah.
But you're not paying attention to it all day long, every day. Or like copper makes it so that other people can't detect your use of metal.
Cheeky.
I don't know, I really suggest reading the series. It's a really good series of books.
Well,
There's 3 books in the original series, and they're really good.
more stealth.
There's a follow-up trilogy that's also 3 books long, since it's a trilogy. It wasn't as good as the first trilogy.
How many
But,
trilogies does it take to fill the Albert Hall?
I don't know. How many?
Damn, I don't know.
There's no place like home.
Uh,
But a safe
Practice,
place for a
maybe?
second. Listen,
Wait.
don't
I thought
freak out
that was how you
about
got to
places
Carnegie
like
Hall.
Oh, yeah.
They're as safe as cookie dough. At least until I arm them.
You there's a good chance you know this, but you know the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie?
Yes.
His name isn't actually Carnegie. He took that name because Carnegie was a famous person at the time, and he thought people would listen to him more if they thought he was related to Carnegie.
Is that in the book?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Good. Because
Like,
that
I
is a
don't
pro
believe one-
tip.
I don't believe one of the tips was like pick a famous person's last
I
name,
don't know.
but
He's insane.
like he brings up like what his real name was, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's amazing that the dude's like, you know what I should do to make people listen to me and my self-help book?
But I'm not sure that's good news.
I want to take a fake name.
Changed. This place seems to have
Well,
affected
I mean,
She's
I don't know exactly what his school of thought was, but
He'll tear this place apart to find them.
I can imagine that
Maybe Myra will come
you know,
to her senses
perception
and get Lily out of here.
plays a huge role in
Yeah.
convincing people to do things they wouldn't necessarily want to do. Like, I always thought of How to Win Friends and Influence People as being like a con man's handbook.
First.
Isn't it like all about charisma and
She's probably in the control.
So we had to read it as a. It was basically a signed reading when I was at Treehouse, and it wasn't a bad book.
yeah,
Like his advice isn't, you know,
I did more than that.
groundbreaking. It's basically like, be a nice person and people will want to be your friend.
well, that's right. I think the first
and
time I
like-
ever heard of this book, it was a signed reading given to my dad because he was too shitty to people he worked with.
The bad news is
Was he
there's
in-
someone
was he in,
more
like, a sales kind of
powerful
position
wants
at
No,
all?
this
no.
place over, and he needs Lily to do
No,
it.
he was just kind of a shitty
Told us
person.
to
Okay.
Yeah.
know him too. He's a
Yeah, I
beast.
mean, a whole lot of it's like basically don't piss people off. Try to be genuinely interested in them, smile at them, say their name, and like listen to people
I trust you, Kidman.
and be sympathetic.
Okay.
Like that's most of the advice.
Yeah.
It's like just just don't be a dick, and you'll get along better. So yeah, like it wasn't a bad book. It was a fine book. It's just kind of funny that like a lot of it was somewhat fake as far as like him, like, so his name was actually Carnegie, but he changed the spelling of it to look like the famous Carnegie. I can't remember that guy's name. The guy that Carnegie Hall is named for. Yeah. So he changed his name to look like that guy's name.
Well, it's good to have a plan.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose so. What was that dude's name? Andrew Carnegie. That was it. That was the guy's name.
Wow, holy shit. Okay, so when we started playing tonight,
Mm-hmm.
we were on chapter 9. And
Yeah, and as soon as we got to her, it was chapter 10.
And now we're on chapter 11 all of a sudden.
And there's only like 14 chapters. Maybe you should just
Yeah.
finish the game tonight.
What?
Or not. I mean, you know, I know you want to stretch this one out.
I do want to wrap it up as quick as I can, but I don't think that
I'm not actually suggesting we do it tonight. I don't.
To be
I don't think
honest.
that's a good idea.
yeah, I'm not really feeling like going extra innings on this tonight.
Yeah, no, I don't believe either of us would actually be here for the end of it tonight.
You think it would play itself?
It might.
Should we try and let it?
Just see what happens if you just let it run.
Okay, so
Yes.
the task that we have right now is to get back into the Marrows, which
Okay.
is like by far my least favorite place to be because I seem to always run into stupid goo monsters and camera people and all kinds of nonsense down there.
So is the Marrow actually the tunnels down below that you were crawling through, or is the
Yeah.
Marrow,
I don't
or is the
know.
Marrow the like cyber wandering in darkness world?
So my impression is that it's okay. That the
It's down
Marrows
below.
is this extra, I don't know, it's like a junction area, right? There's the hallways and we keep opening up pathways in the hallways.
Right. Right.
Um,
And eventually we'll get through.
And
Hey,
I think-
it's Mr. Midnight.
and I think that area like leads to,
Kidman, you there?
we already,
My fan. What about
I think we've seen all of them, yeah. All, what, like 3?
Hopefully they
Yeah, we have a whole 3.
pick up. I'm here. Myra better. Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's what she was.
let
she
Kidman talk at me about it. Okay. Just in case. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple of jars here for me.
Thanks, kitty.
Good deal.
Good job, Mr. Midnight.
Yeah, that was A plus. So, yeah, I suspect that it's that junction area because there are all those pathways to different computer terminals, right? In
Sure.
that space. So, damn. So I did log in. I did fire up the game in between streams to try and access the shooting range, but of course I couldn't.
Oh, right, because we were in that alternate.
It was a different flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in that bloody one. It didn't reset this time.
Right.
That's too bad. So what if this was just the entire game?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, this has been a more interesting part than any of the rest of the game.
I'm not getting much better at it.
Don't worry. It's just you
You
and
know,
me in here.
maybe you need to dedicate a couple of weeks to streams to it and just see what you can do. Just this is all you do.
Yeah, well, hopefully wherever we leave off tonight, I'll have access to this place.
Yeah, so you can get back to it.
Yeah,
We've got
that'd
to
be
start
good.
Meeting like this, detective. There's nothing wrong with being cautious, but you can't avoid fighting forever. Maybe you should think about adding some combat skills.
She's telling me to diversify.
Probably not terrible advice.
I refuse.
Oh, that's fine. You have every right to do that. I got told today that I have a weirdly nice sight. Kind of funny that it's weirdly nice.
Why is it weirdly nice?
I don't know. That's just what I got told. And that was by Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow.
The user was Wu-Tang Boss. So they're the boss of the Wu-Tang Clan. They told me I have a weirdly nice sight. So, yeah. It's good to know, though, that my sight is...
Were they
It's weirdly
referring
nice.
to what you were looking at the time?
What I was looking at?
Yeah,
Was I looking at something?
I don't know.
Right. Let's hope the marrow is
I mean,
still
they
there.
just tweeted at me
Oh,
that I had a weirdly nice sight. So I don't...
well, I would have told them to reciprocate. Well, you have a very nice look.
I am pleased with your manner. You have a weirdly nice Twitter handle. Did you see the wonderful tweet from MoonPie this morning?
I
Which
did.
was-
I did see a tweet from MoonPie about microwaving something.
Yeah, it's as good a day as any to stick a moon pie in the microwave, light a couple candles, and scream into a soft pillow.
Yes,
Yep,
That is
sounds like
true.
a good day. You can do that any day you want.
I enjoy food-related Twitter accounts.
Isn't it weird?
Are you familiar with the Parody Food Network account?
I think I've seen it a time or two.
They were suspended for a long time
Okay,
because they were too real, I guess.
they were just too Twitter. It's too much Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, they had great tweets, like top-notch
Mhm.
A-plus tweets, and they were like a cool breakfast treat is to eat a heaping bowl of ice cream while staring at the stack of unpaid bills and a loaded handgun on your table, or something.
I do believe I saw that. Yeah.
And the and the perennial, I guess. Are you stuck for a dessert idea? Why not take a bag of Oreos and dump them all over the floor, you fucking animal?
The internet's good stuff,
It's not too bad.
except for when it's terrible stuff.
Oh, it's one of these flip some switches puzzles.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
that's how I approach my breaker box.
the
I just go look at it and I'm like, one of these is wrong.
so this is the Marrow facility. And so post plus. Oh, so I'm supposed to get back to O'Neill. And I thought that was like up at the northeast-ish area. Jesus, I hate this place.
O'Neill was our first guy, right? The
very first guy.
like who's scared to go out.
Yep. Oh shit! This is where I came in. And so this is a completely separate section. I haven't been here before because
Shit. Looks like Theodore's been here. Maybe that's
Yeah,
why
this
I couldn't
doesn't look familiar
contact
at all.
O'Neill. Hoffman's safe house is nearby. I should check up on her. Sykes.
Some little shrines here.
Another team member down. I should have listened to him. I should have helped him out.
Oh, this looks familiar though. This collapsed section. Didn't I come through there at some point? Some related area. Yeah, I fucking hate this place.
Yeah, you went through something like this. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like that. Have you seen Tiny? The IRC client written in Rust.
No.
Yeah. Somebody I chat with mentioned that they were starting to contribute to it. I hadn't heard of it yet, so I decided to go look at it. It's interesting.
I'm excited, man. It's a graphical thing or a terminal app.
Looks like Terminal. But you could probably contribute a GUI for it if you wanted to.
I don't really, but I did spend some time today working up a Docker Compose development environment for doing GTK Rust work, which is kind of pleasing. It'll let people work on a GUI app without having to install all kinds of development headers and whatever on their system.
Nice.
And then hopefully the plan is that I'll eventually build it out so that the program will be statically linked and universal as far as a Linux app goes.
You here?
Apparently, I may be able to
What happened here?
cross-compile for Windows even in a setup like this.
Oh goodness,
Yeah.
that could be good.
So this is
How has
a start of a
your-
journey.
Yeah. How has your Vim transition been?
It's actually been not too bad. I'm using it more and more, and I've been weaning myself off of the key maps that I added in there to be more familiar with the editors I usually use.
Sure.
But I haven't had to customize anything in several days.
Marrow? It doesn't
I
sound
will.
like
So you're missing out right there then. I posted a thing on Twitter the other day about like, you need a new Vim theme, and it was like a link to a page full of Vim themes, and Durbin tweeted like, oh, I almost did it, I almost customized Vim, like he was having trouble getting any of the themes to work, and I was tempted at that point to propose a like take control of your terminal tutorial to PyCon, but PyCon tutorial submissions are closed, so
Oh.
can't do that. Maybe I'll submit one to DjangoCon.
Take control of your terminal.
Yeah, like, here's how to set up and use Tmux, here's how to customize Vim, here's how to switch your shell. Maybe you want to use Fish Shell because it's a whole lot nicer to build things in than Bash likes are.
Is that right? I
Yeah,
barely do any actual shell scripting.
I don't do very much. Most of what I have is like minor little stuff for getting like Docker things at work to be a little nicer.
Yeah.
Like to have it auto set up the Docker config and things like that. That's about it. Reconnecting to user namespace for Mac clipboard is another one that you have to do, which is kind of a pain in the ass.
That's actually something that I've been struggling with,
Yeah?
being able to yank to my my system clipboard, that kind of thing.
Right, to an actual paste bin
that
you can use.
I don't know how to make that work. I've been trying.
I think on you're running Linux, right? Like an actual Linux. I think on that you end up yanking, because you can tell Vim what buffer to use for yanking, and I think you have to yank to like buffer 0 or something like that. I don't know. I've seen it before. I will look around and see if I can find that for you.
So what I had read was that that I was supposed to be able to yank using +Y or *Y, and one was meant to represent yanking to the system clipboard, and the other one yanks to, I don't know, I think they said primary and secondary. And primary is like Control-C, Control-V, and secondary is like with the mouse, like you can paste with your mouse.
The middle click or whatever.
Is that what it is?
Right.
I've never really done that, so...
Well, I know sometimes it's right click for pasting with mouse, and sometimes it's like middle click for pasting with mouse. My Vim is weird, at least on my work machine. I haven't tried it on my home Mac, but I have to use Shift-Y to paste or to yank more than one line. And I'm thinking it's probably because I'm using yank ring, and I should probably take yank ring out. But
to yank more than one line, so I use a visual line-based.
Right, yeah. Like you would select multiple lines in visual.
Yeah.
And then normally you would just hit Y, and that would yank multiple lines.
Yep.
On mine, if I do that, it won't yank any. If I do Shift-Y, though, it'll yank the lines. So I've got something broken somewhere, and I don't know what it is, but something's broken. I just need to find it. Oh, that's a pretty hallway.
Yeah, that's an ultra kind of Resident Evil looking hallway.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere. I did find a really nice extension the other day, though. It is what is that one called? Let me see if I can find the name. Vim highlighted yank. Highlighted yank is all one word. And so what it does is when you do a yank, like yank in block or yank in, yank around quotes or whatever, after it does the yank, it will briefly highlight the section that you just yanked. So you can get a visual understanding of what it is that you just yanked. That's kind of nice, like just to get that little bit of confirmation, because there's no confirmation on a yank in Vim. So getting just that tiny little bit of confirmation that, hey, The thing you said you wanted to do actually got done.
I get confirmation in that
Well, it prints like,
it
5
switches.
lines yanked or
It does.
whatever.
Yeah, it says how many lines, and it also switches me to insert mode, which is actually kind of annoying, to be honest. But
Yours switches you to insert mode after you yank?
it sure does.
Well, that's not right.
Well,
That's weird. Okay.
So
Anyway, yeah.
I just discovered that we have a bunch of stuff all over the pinboard about this preacher guy.
Oh,
that
shit, we do,
that,
don't we?
that I'm not going to read.
Does
I
that say
just-
man-eater?
It better. Because, whoa, here he comes.
Yeah. Yeah, so normally yanking doesn't send you into insert mode, or at least mine doesn't. Normally the only confirmation you get from yank is the little status line message, and it will take you to the 0th column of the thing you just yanked. Usually it'll move your cursor.
Huh.
You're in the way, Mr. Midnight.
I know.
Just by the way.
Gotta wave him off.
I was thinking about
God,
our first
come on,
case
cat.
together.
You get to sprinkle some
I mean, that's
some catnip down there.
pretty good, actually. Like, that's an authentic kind of a thing.
That's wonderful. He should always be sitting up there in the way.
Yeah.
Treated me like an equal. Wish I had a mentor like you when I was younger.
Yeah, so I got to
I
fix
wanted
my
to help you
yank.
become one of the best.
I'm not
The
yanking
whole time
correctly.
you were really
Apparently, I
doing
need to
that.
fix my yank also.
Wanted
Yeah.
me in there to keep an eye on you.
But FCF has been nice.
Too
I've
bad.
been trying to like scale back my Vim configuration because
I'm not
my
so
Vim
sure
RC
about
is
that.
approaching like
The personnel report you read when I joined
I want to say it's
KCBC
approaching 600 lines at this point.
Wow.
Most of my users
I have, like,
filed detention.
less than 100.
Mobius found me, it was either
Yeah.
join them or
Well,
not.
mine's also like I've got a
No
lot of
other
like
choice to make for someone just out of their teens.
fold markers and stuff set up. So it's,
I don't even know what that is.
I've been in Mobius for so
So
long.
you can
I'm not sure
most of the
if I
time
myself
folding
has
is
the time.
done by your
Something tells me
syntax
the rebel in you is not too far behind.
configuration.
Yeah.
So your syntax config will be like, oh, this is a block, you can
Kidman,
fold
that's
this.
me.
Um, sometimes it's done by indent, which works really well for Python.
A name. That was
Other
all I
languages
had to
not
go
so
on.
much, but for Python that works really
Every
well.
avenue I pursued
Um,
led to a dead end.
Or if the language you're
Find
using
out
doesn't
that
have
they're
anything
everywhere.
that's really seen
Hidden
as
in
like
plain sight.
a
don't
foldable
understand how.
area,
hmm
I told
you can
before,
set your fold
you
marker
don't find Mobius
or your
unless they
fold
want
method
to.
rather to be
They've been
manual,
around for a long, long
or
time.
I guess you'd probably set it to
They know
marker.
what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not manual, it's marker, I think.
We were watching
And then you define what the marker is. Usually the marker is triple curly braces.
Why?
Um,
Why do they
so
do
then you
this?
enclose an area in triple curly braces, and then you can fold it.
People choose
What's
leaders.
cool is you can
What
do
Mobius
a
wants to do is
comment
some leadership.
on the lines that you want as the fold
They know
markers.
this. If they don't know the
And
media
if you put
politicians
a
already,
text
they
comment
should be
before
able to
the
open.
opening
They
curly
hide in the
braces,
shadows because they know
then
what
when
they're
you
doing
fold
is
it, it
evil.
will say whatever that
People need
comment
the
is.
truth.
Gotcha.
So, like for my VimRC, I'm like, oh, this,
Maybe you're right.
the section for customizing syntax highlighting and coloring. This
Yeah.
is the section for
Yeah.
automatic
Easiest way to
groups.
hide
This
a
is the
conspiracy
section
is to make
for
people think there's no
this
such thing
plugin.
as a
That's funny
conspiracy.
because that's like verbatim what you get with Visual Studio and regions, right?
Sure, yeah, same idea, or very very similar idea at least. I mean, that's the thing with like
Although I think that's actually like a language support thing. I don't know. Like I
that's the
don't.
thing with like all of these editors these days. These days, there's nothing new or unique to any editor. Like
Sure.
they all have the same stuff, and everything that like the new editors bring in, Vim and Emacs basically had 15 years ago,
They better.
but nobody knew how the hell to configure it
Yeah.
because it was this arcane witchcraft of config and key combos to get the thing to actually do what you wanted. Dude, you finally got to upgrade your gun again.
Yes.
That has been a long time coming.
Well, these last few are expensive.
No, very much.
So I'm kind of I'm a little bit stuck. Let's see. I guess maybe. So the reason I think I'm stuck is because the marker for where we're headed, we just passed it. and maybe it's just meant to like lead us to this very tempting to enter pristine but also bloody hallway. But I feel like I'm worried that I've missed a turn. This looks...
Yeah,
All these tanks.
this doesn't seem like the right way to go.
But I mean, Sebastian's delivering dialogue, and he's interested in what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. So it really is just The Matrix as a game.
This looks really
You know-
familiar, and I can't remember. I can't remember if it's familiar because I've seen it in this game already, or if it was from the previous or the DLC or what.
I don't remember this in this game,
Okay.
but it's possible. I don't remember it though. Did you ever play the Matrix game that came out in like the Xbox era?
So I feel like there were a couple,
Maybe there
and
were. Let me
and there was
see what I can
one
find.
called The Path of Neo or something,
Mm-hmm.
and that one was great.
Let me see if I can find the game that I'm thinking of, because I had it for Xbox, and it was really good.
Yeah, I had it. I had one for
Pass through
PC.
without one of those chips. Gotta be one around here somewhere.
No, so Path of Neo is not the one I'm thinking of. Is Enter the Matrix the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, Enter the Matrix is the one I'm thinking of. You played as Ghost and Niobe.
Oh yeah, I
most
remember
of the
that
game.
one.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I remember it being a fairly fun game. Yeah, that's been a long time since I played that though. I'm one of those like weird. I'm weird in the nerd world, I guess, where I didn't really care for the Matrix,
Uh,
or rather, I enjoyed the second and third movies just as much as I enjoyed the first one.
well,
Entry denied. No Unity cerebral chip detected.
Damn
Because I
it.
didn't really think any of them were that amazing. Like they were all good.
I would agree with you. I mean, I do remember walking out of the theater with my friends in '99 and just being very blown away by the entire affair. Like
That was for the first movie.
yes, the first movie was a big deal. Like alarmingly so. But I feel like the impact that it had on me was only as big as it was because I was so young.
Right.
As I got older, repeated viewings kind of... It didn't stand up.
Right. Yeah, like I had a few friends at the time. I didn't go see it in theaters, which maybe that was a mistake. I don't know, but I had a few friends at the time that were like, you know, the pothead computer nerd group that somehow exists.
Yeah.
It was this Venn diagram of potheads, computer nerds, and punks, like gutter punks, that I was friends with, and they were like blown away by The Matrix. And like I watched it on DVD, and like it was good. It was enjoyable. It wasn't a bad movie by any means, but it just wasn't like, it wasn't this mind-blowing experience that they all saw it as.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I really feel like it only would blow your mind if your mind was underdeveloped. Like, if you're just...
Right. Well, I'm not trying to claim that I was overdeveloped or anything, but it was cool. It was a neat movie, but I was more like, I was less impressed by the story and the special effects than I think other people were. Because the story isn't that creative as far as like a sci-fi / Messiah story.
Absolutely.
So I was kind of like, okay, whatever. And the special effects were really good, but I don't know. Something at the time, it just didn't like. I wasn't like, oh my god, bullet time. Like the entire early 2000s was.
Yeah, part of it.
That like
Part of it was, of course, how could they possibly afford that many cameras?
well, right?
And
Because the Wachowskis have $1 billion.
yep,
Yes, they do now.
it's all that camera money.
Which is why they can make shit like Cloud Atlas and what was the one with the flying dog guy?
No idea.
Jupiter Rising, Jupiter Ascending.
The never-ending story.
Yeah, no, whatever that Jupiter. But anyway, so we went and watched 2 and 3 in the theaters, and we watched Animatrix as well, the animated compilation.
Yeah.
And those were all like decent. Like I enjoyed all of those. And yet everybody wants to just constantly shit on Matrix 2 and 3.
Does that upset you?
It doesn't upset me. I just don't understand it because like they were just as good as because they were all kind of trash in that, you know, poppy sci-fi thing. I just want more really good cyberpunk or film noir movies, and there aren't very many of those.
Did you go to see Blade Runner, the new one?
No, I don't actually like the first Blade Runner movie.
Yeah.
20% of Union's
Uh,
population come over.
I didn't go to see it either.
Yeah, the first Blade Runner movie just put me to death.
So
I don't remember which version I watched. Maybe like one of 40,000 director's cuts would be one
Yeah.
that I love. But
Yeah.
and then I actually really liked the book "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep,"
Mhm.
and a lot of what made the book good they left out of the movie. And they made the movie more about hunting the replicants, where the book is more about understanding the replicant.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like it didn't like live up to the source material, which of course happens a lot with books turned into movies.
Yep.
But I didn't care for it. So I haven't gone and watched 2048 or whatever it was.
20XT6. Yeah. Well, I didn't see it, and that's mainly because I'm basically boycotting any movie where Harrison Ford, aged today, is reprising a role that he played in the 80s. That's my criteria. I don't want to see that ever again.
Right, like we were all bit by that with stupid fucking Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls, right?
Yeah, that was one.
Like,
and then Star
they made
Wars,
that-
like what the hell?
So
Like the guy needs to stop.
The Star Wars one, which of course we're talking about, Force Awakens.
Yes.
That one I can forgive most of that one.
Nope.
The running through the halls, battling the whatever that tentacle monster thing was, that was stupid. Like that was terrible. But like a lot of the other stuff where it's just like he's flying his ship and, you know, taking them to go talk to his contacts somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That one I totally get. I was saddened as a fan that they killed off, you know, Solo, but at the same time I was like, that's the best thing they could have possibly done to Han Solo. Because if you keep him around, it ends up being this like weird running thing of why the hell is he still around?
Yeah.
And you can't have him just like fade out because that doesn't work for, like that doesn't do justice to the character.
You mean like Yoda style, or you mean like just
No,
just
like-
drop him from the story?
Yeah, he just no longer shows up. Like that doesn't make sense. Like if you're gonna have Luke and Leia and Chewie, you kind of still have to have Han. So, you know, like they had to do something with them. I think the thing that I'm most disappointed about with the Star Wars is like that Disney and Lucasfilm are still convinced that we're all going to care about Kylo Ren at some point.
Who?
Right. Like,
All right. 0602. We've got a combination code here to drill into this guy's head, I guess.
all right, let's do it.
That was
Um,
incorrect.
But anyway, yeah, Harrison Ford reprising his roles. I don't see that at all. I wouldn't do that. 0602 RKBD.
Oh, we've got a whole bunch of different. Okay. So we've got different codes for different parts of the body.
Okay.
And
So 0128 5673 2704.
should I be jotting these down?
Do you want me to jot these down real quick for you?
Sure.
I got some paper and pen here. Give me a second.
I think I do too, but yeah.
All right. Let's see. What do we have? We had. Well, now I
All right.
can't see them.
Okay, so we've got on the head, we've got
Uh-huh.
0128.
Okay.
On the shoulder, 5673. And then I guess the sternum or the spine, I'm not sure.
Sure.
2704.
I'll call that spine from my notes.
Uh-huh.
And then we had an arm one too, right?
Yeah, it looks like an arm. 0602. Okay.
Well, and then I noticed you had, if you look at him, there's pins that look like they're in particular locations. So maybe we need to move, like maybe it moves the pins. Right? Like see,
We've
there's all the
got-
little pokey things
Yeah,
coming at him.
we've got four drill bits.
Okay.
I don't see a way to move things. I kind of wonder if it's a sequence, like we have to do all four in a certain order.
Yeah. Or maybe we just have to get all four of them in.
And so here's what I'm thinking. There was a file on the computer that I straight up
Pulled up and
ignored.
dismissed.
Yeah. I just wanted the check mark off the
Who needs files, man? Files are shit.
computer file. Operative case. Is this it? I don't know.
Look at all these new ones that you've not read.
Removal of intact cerebral chips is possible with the extraction device. And
Okay.
and they give me an activation code of 0128.
All right, I'll jot that one down as well.
So I guess I'll punch that in. Maybe that turns it on.
Great.
Okay.
So yeah, anyway, Harrison Ford. He's old now.
He's done.
He's old as shit now.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to see him do any. Although it would be hilarious for them to do like an Air Force One sequel or something, where he's the president again.
What was that one with the Amish thing? It was
Oh,
a thriller.
yeah. What
It
was
was
that?
like Witness or
The
something.
Witness. Yeah, 0128. Not to be confused with that game from whatever the studio was that made Psycho. I can't remember their name.
No, unrelated.
Thank God he's already dead.
Completely unrelated. Yes.
Oh, the
Wow, they're
Witness.
just
That
drilling
was
into that guy's head.
a John Blow thing.
What, the movie?
The Witness. No, the game.
Oh, the game. I haven't played the game. Joe's played it a bit. He liked it. He had some trouble with a few parts of it, but he enjoyed it.
Okay, so I guess we wrote down all those numbers, and that was the only one we needed. The one that wasn't on any of those slides.
That was the only one we actually. Okay. Thanks a lot, game, for giving us a lot of useless. You made me waste a piece of paper. Game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna contact Konami or Capcom or whoever it is that made this. To be like,
One of those. Yeah, it's
who made this?
Okay,
I've
so
never made this.
so the developer is Tango Studios, which is
it's
a relatively new
gotta-
company. They've only made The Evil Within 1 and 2. And they're distributed and published by Bethesda.
Oh, that's right. I've been seeing the Bethesda logo a lot when you boot it up.
Mm-hmm.
Look, all I know is that with the similarities this game has, it has to have been published by Capcom at
Yep.
some point.
Yep, you're right. It really is
Uh,
undeniable. It is a 100% Capcom joint.
Or what if Harrison Ford did a sequel to The Fugitive where
No.
he fake murders his wife again?
Oh. What if he for real
Well-
murders his wife because this time it's personal?
Right. This time he actually did it, but he still goes running, and we still have Jones to back him down.
Yeah. That's how it
That
would
would
be
be
cast.
amazing.
That's it.
Two 80-year-old men running through the woods, yelling at each other about murder. Would that not be the most amazing movie you've ever seen?
Hmm. Yep, I guess so.
I saw someone earlier say that every Tommy Lee Jones photo looks like his son just told him he wants to ride unicycles for a living. And I can kind of see that. So do the infected things have any sort of like community, any sense of community? Like she saw you and screamed.
Yeah.
Are they going to be activated by that and come looking for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of
I don't know.
At least.
Maybe. Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh yes, the answer is very obviously yes. Yeah. Smash that bottle.
Yep. I'm
You just wasted
looking.
a perfectly good bottle. In that guy's head.
Yeah, there will be more bottles. Maybe I can craft a bottle.
You gotta go up your glass blowing skill in the nurse's room.
I found a bottle. It's fine.
I don't know what that place is called.
We recouped the glass.
Well, now I'm disappointed. That came way too easily. We got rifle with some files.
I keep
Do some
finding
taxes.
these condensers. Like
Yeah, what are those used for?
I think the description
yet?
said something about weapon upgrades, but
Okay. Maybe it's for like the sniper rifle or something. Which is why you haven't seen it used yet. Because it's for the one weapon that
that I hate.
that you've not had a good use for. Was there a sniper rifle?
Was there
it better
a sniper rifle? What?
in the first game? And
There
if so, was it better?
there was a rifle, and
Okay.
it was. I mean, it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was great or anything, but
But it was a thing.
it worked.
Okay.
It wasn't a thorough disappointment, like this one. Yeah. So I got it. Oh, right. I got a chip. Pass through the gate. Okay. I guess I'll back up.
Just so things that.
I wonder if all those monsters forgot that they were looking for me now that I just walked out of the zone.
That makes sense.
Oh, I see some bullshit behind these big double doors.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely some bullshit waiting for you.
So I'm going to take a brief opportunity to configure my weapons.
Mm-hmm. Get everything reloaded, make sure everything's in good shape.
Oh, that's right. There was a big electronic lock. That's why I needed the key card. going to try and stealth it. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you've been pumping all those upgrades into stealth, so
Yeah, I deserve this, right?
yeah.
Like, they owe it to me to be able to sneak through this
You should
unharmed.
be able. You should just like stealth the final boss fight.
I should.
I'm pretty sure you can do it.
There's a... Oh, that's not encouraging. Oh, I know what that is. That's one of those fuse boxes where I'm supposed to shoot it with a bolt
Oh, that's right.
to get in there. And I'm tempted, but not right now.
But there's things around.
I
You
just
gotta
want
just start
to...
stabbing those things in the head, man.
You think I need to eliminate?
I mean, it can't hurt, right?
It certainly can hurt.
Okay, it won't make the game any worse, right?
Oh, it's trying to scan me. Shit. Oh, that's
Hope I can still catch
ridiculous.
Why is it talking so much?
Oh, I don't know.
Just stop talking.
Well, there's a bag of stuff here. Pick up the stuff before we run on, Sebastian. Come on.
Pick up all the stuff. Pick up everything.
Are they... They're unable to jump the gurney, I guess. That's good.
Look, man.
That's what I
Do you
want.
know how hard it is to jump a gurney when they've been jumping in broken windows all day long?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is a true burden.
Yeah. It's hard, dude.
What is
It's
this
super-
lever? So what's your philosophy on levers in video games? Do you pull them on first sight, or do you
Every
like
time.
to scan the room to see if you can figure out what it belongs to?
Nope. As soon
No?
as you see the lever, pull it.
You just pull it, huh?
If they hadn't meant for it to be pulled, they wouldn't have put it in the game.
I believe you.
And then I'm gonna play a game where they're just throwing like 50 levers at me. They're just like, here, have some. They don't do anything. They're just there.
I
to
feel
give me
like-
a thing to.
I feel like
mess
this
with.
is a game jam event waiting to happen.
We need to make a game that's just nothing but levers.
100% levers.
Yeah, it's just 100 levers per level, and one lever per level actually gets you to the next level.
So you pull a lever to raise
Maybe
a
something
lever.
maybe something happens. Maybe it doesn't. You won't know till you pull the lever, but one of those levers will take you to the next level, and we'll just call it lever level, or lever. One of those two.
All right.
Lever level. Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, one of the levers will take you to the next level. And then you get to do it all over again. He needed a shower. He is filthy. He is filthy as shit. So it's a good thing they gave him a bit of a shower.
Okay, so video gamer assessment. We've tested it. We can pull the sprinkler multiple times. Doesn't
It's
appear
an
to have.
incompetent
It doesn't seem to have any kind of cooldown or anything. It runs for as long as it runs, and then we can trigger it again immediately.
It's going to be used for something in a puzzle.
Well, presumably putting out a fire, but
That is a really big fire alarm switch. Or fire response
yeah.
switch.
And I did note that there was a sign below the lever that said "pull down for fire."
Mm-hmm.
So
It's nice to know that it's an idempotent. That's the word, right? Lever. No side effects.
idempotent.
Yeah.
Okay,
However you're supposed to
so
say that word.
we've got a second lever.
What if you pull that lever too?
Voices.
Just run over and pull it.
it's going to do the same thing. I don't feel
the
the
worst
need
that
to
can
test it.
happen.
But we do have voices.
There's a swimming pool on the roof.
Oh,
I'm a little disappointed that they never made a Hackers video game. You've seen Hackers, right?
of course, yes.
Angelina Jolie movie. All right, I'm just making sure, man, because we've had these conversations before where you're like, I haven't seen X movie that I thought everyone in the world had seen.
Yeah,
right? So,
absolutely, absolutely. And I don't mean to judge your question. That wasn't what that was, but it was.
I understand.
It was more like just me assuring you.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, no, Hackers. That was a great movie. I've never seen any of the sequels.
You've got to resist him.
Hoffman, stand back.
Have you seen the sequels?
My goodness.
Were they good?
No, I did not know that there were sequels.
There's, I want to say 3 movies total.
Liam!
Who the hell is that?
That's
a daughter?
No.
No?
Oh, she's the psychiatrist.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember her popping up once before. Okay.
We've officially entered a boss fight, I guess,
I suppose you have.
which I'm really not interested in dealing with right now. But
It's well timed though, because we're right at 10:45. So
yeah,
is it Glue Wife?
I am his now.
Oh
I
no,
helped him hide.
somebody
In
else.
exchange, he gave me a new
Eddie
life.
Kruger.
Seriously?
A life as a slave.
You'll never understand. For that, you'll burn.
All right.
You seen your shit, dude?
Too hot in here. Gotta put the flames out.
It's too hot in here, he says.
So this is why you couldn't. This is why you couldn't. This is why you couldn't get to the computer back to O'Neill's. Because O'Neill is a fucking psycho.
Oh. You know what? I completely missed that guy is O'Neill. I don't know what... Yeah, it even says it in the subtitles
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's O'Neill giving you shit.
I wonder if this is anything like the Metal Gear Solid 3 flamethrower encounter. So the other thing to note is that we have these canisters of presumably something
Like
cold.
a freezy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, some sort of cryo thing.
some kind of cryo thing. Yeah.
Oh, you can't let him do that to you. That's quite the barbecue thing he's got. Did you see the thing the other day about like a bloodborne monster that like nobody had seen before?
I absolutely did see that.
Have you seen that monster?
No.
Okay, wait, what?
Yeah, he stabbed me with his flamethrower.
He stabbed through you with the flamethrower
Yep.
and then set you on fire.
And then set me on fire. Yeah.
I am grudgingly impressed by that. That's a pretty damn good, like, attack.
So they dumped me back at the start of the encounter. All the way back? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you gotta go open that door still and let him talk to you and tell you that he's
I can probably
been
skip
transformed.
some of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, what can I do different here? I guess I won't need a bottle during this encounter, so I can bring out the sniper that doesn't work.
I don't know.
Not that
Maybe
it'll
you
be
should
that
have
useful in here, but
Maybe you should have the bottle and just smash him upside the head.
mm,
Might work. You never know.
okay, good skip. Damn.
Good skip. Yeah, there you go.
Getting too hot in here. You won't gotta hold the flames out.
He commands that I take care of you. You can either die or change like me.
It's kind of weird that it's like just now getting too hot for him or whatever. Been in all sorts of other like hot environments throughout the gameplay.
I don't know where he went. I mean, I guess really I'm the one who went somewhere, but
Maybe he had to go refill his propane tank.
Yes, Father.
oh, there he is.
I told him.
Oh, he set off the sprinkler himself. That was weird.
Stop running.
That seems like a counterproductive idea.
Yeah.
I'm not weak anymore, Sebastian.
Oh, lame.
Cheater. That is a very fireproof room. Or fire antagonistic room.
I'm super not into this encounter.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting boss fight.
I won't let him get away. I promise.
Not that every boss fight has to be as exciting or anything. Oh, excuse me. Just seems kind of bleh.
He offered you freedom, and you turned it away? For what?
He offered you freedom and you turned it away. This feels very, I don't know, every other survival horror game
Theodore, I
where there's
told him.
always some, you know, mad preacher and you could have had all this. You could have been like me, but you didn't want to. Wanted to be like you.
I can't shoot the tank when you're in the way.
Shouldn't shooting his tank do something?
No, because he loves the hot stuff. But
Well, sure, but he should then no longer be able to make you.
you're right. And I did just accidentally dump a sniper round into the tank, and it looked like nothing happened.
Yeah. That's what I was noticing.
I won't let him get away. I promise.
I don't know if I have any more of those freezer tanks. I may just try and dump a bunch of rounds into them and hope that I
Maybe they
scrape through.
reset.
Well, I mean, when I shoot them, okay, so I've got one at least.
Well, I
Right.
understand that when you shoot them, they burst, but you've seen the rest of this game.
Yeah, that is
Maybe
true.
they reset. I like how they have this like clinic where they just leave bags of bio waste just hanging around.
Go away.
Bio waste is everywhere all the time. We're
All waste
lucky.
is bio waste.
We're lucky if they label it, you know.
Uh-huh.
Do you think I can stealth attack him?
I think you ought to try. I think you owe it to yourself to try.
I'm trying.
That's it. I'm done playing with you.
There you go. He can't see in that thing.
You'll never escape
Which I
me.
totally get. That mask does not look practical at all.
It's not a good one.
No. It's not the kind of mask that you just want to like wear around all day.
You're gonna
You put it on for a few minutes, you know, you terrorize someone and then you go on.
Right.
never again.
Move on.
Let the flames consume you.
No more.
Yeah, exactly.
No more mask time. It's
Exactly.
not like a silver shamrock piece of equipment. Something you can wear all day long.
Yeah, I mean the silver shamrock things are fashionable. They kind of go with everything. You know, you can wear them all the time. Happy Halloween, Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Oh, he's not playing anymore.
And the game was just getting good.
Oh. I need a little room so I can reload my nonsense.
It's gonna suck if you have to do this all over again.
Yeah, it really is.
I told him.
See, and now it's in my head.
I mean, I can't say that was unintentional.
No, it was 100% intentional because I know how you are.
I'm hoping that the mask coming off was like a halfway point.
That's my guess. Is that was like a signal that you were making real progress.
Yeah, but there's also like this rule of thirds thing with boss fights, right?
Friends,
Right.
Oh my god, I
Which
just
usually-
would you fight me?
flubbed that shot so bad.
I feel to be the weak one now.
Yeah, I should have gone for the stealth hit.
I'm sorry, mister.
It's fine. It's fine.
I won't let him get away.
He's got like a Warhammer 40k kind of thing going on back behind his pack,
Yeah, it's
or attached to his pack.
it's like an iron tank, right?
Yeah.
I'm really chewing on these health items.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any more in here. But I just don't want to have to replay this. Trying to play it safe.
Yes, Father Theodore. I told him. Give in, Sebastian. Listen to him. He'll change your mind like he did mine.
Okay, I see him now. He's walking around in the main room.
Like he just doesn't have a care in the world.
try and loop around. Because I feel like if I can get the stealth hit on him,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be a big help.
Probably. I mean, those stealth hits. If this is like most games, those stealth hits are gonna do way outsized amounts of damage, right?
You'll never escape me.
Yeah, we'll see. Where did he...
He offered you freedom, and you turned it away.
Oh, he's all the way over there.
What?
God damn.
Oh, you heard him. You'll never escape him.
I
You will
don't really...
never escape him. Ever.
Stabbed him in the ribs. Ugh. Please explain to me more what's happening right now.
I just see him kind of bloody and stumbling.
Mm-hmm.
His voice. From my fears.
I don't know.
I was so scared.
This game, man, has just been,
You've got to stop him.
it's been a game.
I can't stop him if I can't find him, O'Neill.
You know,
Phase shift.
The Last of Us did a really good job at
Not here.
delivering
Not anymore.
narrative pieces during activity.
The machine next door.
They didn't stop the whole game and sit you down and make you watch a thing in order to teach you about who the characters are, or, you know, what their relationships are or what their motivations are.
Right, you kind of just learned that while you were,
Hide him.
even through the action bits.
Yep. And it wasn't always action. I guess, you know, you were
Him.
moving through the space, you were shimmying up things, you were exploring, doing all of that, but the
Yeah.
whole time those characters were having a conversation.
Yeah, they did a good job of handling
Turned into
the
that thing.
I don't know. I've been locked in my safe
like
house since
idle chit chat
when
between
Liam
the
called and asked
characters
me to meet him.
Mhm.
I was so relieved
to
hear his
where it
voice.
was
But
actually
he wasn't Liam. He was that thing.
like in so many games
tried
it's
to get rid of
it's
him,
just crap that you don't even care about.
You heard him.
But in The Last of Us, they did a pretty good job of making it to where you were like, yeah, I wanna listen to this. The Dragon Age games did a good job of that too.
Theodore wasn't gonna
Mhm.
get
I don't know if you ever played any of those or not, but they did a good job of making it to where the idle chit chat of the random people was an enjoyable thing to have playing kind of in the background as you would watch.
Mhm.
And I remember several times just like standing in one spot and just letting people talk so you'd hear what they had to say.
Flamethrower. I could use this, but it's broken. If I found the right parts.
Also, it looks like you got a new gun over there.
Yeah. Broken flamethrower. I gotta find
Why
an
would-
auto body shop that has flamethrower parts.
I mean, why would they give you a good flamethrower at this point, right? Like, who needs that?
I wonder why it's broken though.
Probably because he stabbed it through you that one time.
Yeah, but I mean, when I took him down this time, it was all thanks to me stabbing him in the ribs. It wasn't like I was raining bullets all over him or anything.
I mean, maybe his life force was kept the flamethrower
Oh.
working.
Okay.
I almost said the brain. I almost said the brain thrower, which is a totally separate idea.
That's a much
But-
cooler idea.
But one I'm going to demand royalties for if any game developers take it and try to make something out of it.
Yeah.
Because a brain thrower is pretty awesome. But yeah, you should put out those fires, dude.
I
Be a-
don't
be a-
think so.
Be a responsible citizen.
It's not my problem.
All right.
Lots of weird stuff in
But
here.
yeah, I feel like
Looks like he was building something.
lots
Maybe
of
that
weird
machine
stuff in
he's
here.
talking about.
I mean, he was like a psycho priest with a plague mask
Yeah.
and a flamethrower. I would expect nothing more than lots of weird stuff,
Of
and
course,
nothing less.
The machine is operating as it should. Thank you, Father Theodore.
But yeah, see, he's got like a hammer.
It fills me with pride.
Mm-hmm.
But she is harmless to us.
That's a franchise I could never, like, I never had the time to get into
I would never disobey.
the Warhammer stuff.
Of course,
Warhammer? Yeah, I was big into Warhammer 40,000 as a kid.
Yeah,
I'm in the fabrication room.
I found
I
it
always
to
found
be
it
an
interesting.
I found it to be an incredibly expensive hobby.
Come and meet me here.
Yeah. If you were doing the miniatures, then you dropped a
It's important.
massive chunk of money on that franchise
Yeah.
because those miniatures were not cheap. They're still not cheap, and now they're even like they're plastic instead of lead, and they're still
Mark of
stupidly
influence.
fucking expensive.
Oh,
Feels
really?
sticking his
They
fingers
only
in
do
the
plastic now?
place.
No, I think they still do
It's
some,
communication
but
room.
I do believe that mass, like a lot of them are plastic nowadays. But,
The plastic ones were kind of shitty.
oh, sure, they're gonna make much nicer ones out of metal than
Yeah.
they are out of plastic. I always kind of wanted to get. There's a board game, Space Hulk.
Yep.
Which was Warhammer 40k. You're leading a bunch of Space Marines through like a downed spaceship through narrow corridors, trying to
Yeah.
eliminate whatever those alien creatures were. I forget what the name was.
Yeah,
Um,
gene stealers.
Yeah, something like that.
That well, I'm sure there was a
Yeah,
more
I think Gene
broad-
Stealers is right.
there was probably a more broad term for whatever the gene stealers belonged to, but
Sure.
the
Whatever
gene
they were,
stealers were the
yeah.
predominant encounter.
Right. So yeah, but set up as a board game where it's effectively 1v1. One player is the Gene Stealers, and one player is the Space Marines, and you have to deal with keeping people safe, watching the other squad going around behind your back, all that kind of stuff. But it's a game that is notoriously almost always out of print. And so it's just a ridiculously expensive. There's a card game version that's quite cheap, but the board game version is just stupidly expensive. So let's see. The complete second edition is $140 on eBay right now.
Sounds doable.
Fourth edition is only $45. So there's that. Third edition looks like it's about $100. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Like there's no board game that's worth 140 something bucks to me. I say that having spent, I do believe, about 120 on site. So I can't be
Well, that's good.
too solid in my. Oh no, I would never pay that price. Yeah, on eBay, 100
Don't worry. It's just
for
you and
Warhammer
me.
Space Hulk
I
from
won't tell
3 years
anyone
ago.
what just happened.
So, a cool thing about Space
Mm-hmm.
Hulk is, or Games Workshop in general, is that they come up with an idea, and then they
Yeah.
basically recycle it, and they put out two flavors, right? They put out the space version, and then
Right.
the like Arthurian version.
The orcs and whatever version.
Yeah. And so there was a game called Hero Quest, which was kind of like
It has a broadsword.
it was.
Have I ever sent you that? I've got a video. Anyway, yes. Go on, Hero Quest.
So Hero Quest was kind of like if you wanted to play D&D but just didn't have the damn patience.
So I didn't have Hero Quest, but I had one that was a related game.
So
it was like
there was in fact an advanced Hero Quest, which is effectively the equivalent to Space Hulk.
right.
I mean that's technically a lie. It's not really that related, but the
Close
game,
enough.
the way the game was set up was kind of similar. Advanced Hero Quest, I believe you did have a GM versus multiple heroes, you know. But
Right.
but it was a similar kind of setup. The game pieces were similar. They had, you know, tile floor sections that you would kind of piece together as you go through to kind of build that fog of
reveal.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a game very similar to Hero when I was a kid. It was I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah. It was like they were a cool way to run a game. And there's several games that are similar to. There's a few not exactly DM or GM less games, but there's one that's called Descent: Journeys in the Dark that actually comes with an app that will run the DM side of the game for you,
Oh.
so you can all play co-op if you want.
Why is he doing
And then I have
There's a lot going on.
a D&D board game that actually the DM part of the game is controlled by cards.
He'll do that to everybody.
It's kind of
in here
cool.
if he has
So
to.
you get to play
He'll tear
a
his
D&D
apart
game
with
without
his
having
hands on her.
somebody
Can't let that happen.
actually DM it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, kind of nice. But yeah, games. With Fantasy Flight games for a long time.
Sure.
What is it?
Games Workshop owned the IP, but Fantasy Flight did all
I'm not
the
totally sure.
production.
It looks a hell of a lot like the stable.
And Fantasy Flight kind of took all the stuff they learned from Games Workshop, applied it to Descent, which they made, and to they also have the Star Wars license, so they made Imperial Assault, which always gets abbreviated as Imp-Ass, which I find pretty funny,
Hell yeah.
I have.
and a couple of other games that are similar.
Good. I'm sending you
Um,
my coordinates.
they're very
Bring the big guns. We're going
they're
out.
very Games Workshop-y kind of games, but they're not Games Workshop games. And then Games Workshop actually took back their license about a year ago. So now they're going to publish all their own games, which they've tried to do in the past and not done a very good job.
They've had a muddy track record when it comes to
You're good to go.
changing up their product line.
Mhm.
You know, expanding into
Yeah.
different areas. There was a pen and paper RPG for the Middle Earth flavored Warhammer,
Right.
and I
Just
believe it
plain
was.
Warhammer.
I think it was just called Warhammer.
Yeah.
I don't think there was it wasn't like Warhammer RPG or anything like that. But
Oh, statue.
yeah,
Right.
gotta bang that. Okay, so you know what yeah, it's about time we gotta quit.
You're
But,
getting so
Tell me
close.
something, Torres.
Do I need to?
Is that enough to take?
Like 10 times and it's red.
I like these Christmas trees. It feels very
Right.
fitting for the season.
I'm going to
It
check
is
out
the
equipment
season.
in the other room.
For
Good luck, you two.
melted wax Christmas trees? Is that what that is?
I can't tell what they are, but they kind of look like Christmas trees.
Is it
Okay,
just
here
like
we go.
a
Operation
solid
Kick
candle?
Ass happening.
I like how they highlight the dialogue options that will just quickly get you through to the desired end result.
Yeah, I'm done with exploring all the conversation options here.
Right.
Um,
It's like I just wanna get through the game. I just want to finish this thing.
Where'd you?
That's nice. Why would you stand in the room with the thing you're gonna? Like, that's just stupid. Nobody stands in the room with the thing they're gonna blow up.
So here's the other thing.
Refuse to step into the
The stable field emitter that we saw previously was a big help. It weakened
Right.
Sebastian, or not Sebastian, Stefano, right?
Right, that was the thing we had to turn on to kill the camera thing.
So why is it a good idea? Yeah, exactly. Why is it a good idea to blow one up? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, because now it's ours, and so we should blow it up.
Yes, I like to
Or
destroy everything I own.
Have you not been following his story?
Mm.
Lily, you're here.
I mean, drunk, ran his wife away, killed his daughter in a fire.
Oh, this is chapter 12, the bottomless pit.
He's not making the best choice historically.
How am I? Oh god, they're not going to give me a safe spot at all, are they?
You don't get to save until the end of the game at this point.
I mean, I did save not that long ago,
That's true.
so
All you'd have to do is a couple of dialogue options, smash a statue, and watch this part again.
I'm going to try and push through it. Maybe there's something. No, this is going to be a load of shit. They're going to make me crank things. Operate, Sebastian. Just fucking do it. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, what the hell?
I'm waiting to see what you unleash.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just a river of blood.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, yeah. Just a lot of red there. Surely Theodore's not the big bad either, right? Like, this amount of no guy, there's no way he's a big bad guy. It's got to be someone else.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of green gel and other items out here, but I'm going to ignore them. And I'm going to
Just
try
pretend
and
you're...
I'm just going to try and stealth my way right down the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say just pretend you're playing any Souls game and you've gotten to the poison swamp level. Because there's always one of those. And you're always best served by not going and looking at random shit around the edges.
Yeah, I get that. That's a good, oh, no. This is going to be tough.
Like, you just go straight through, use stealth, or like archery kill as many things as you possibly can. You know.
Yep, I'm going to have to backtrack because there's that giant bulbous thing. Oh, shit. Okay.
Sebastian has stayed remarkably clean through this whole game.
Yeah, he is a clean guy. Oh, shit.
He washes his hands a lot, I'm guessing.
That was one of the cool things about Metal Gear Solid 5. Snake would get
Didn't we ever play
dirty,
5?
dirty and bloody.
And just stay that way?
No, if you go back to the base, there's a shower. There's like a portable shower, and you can clean off all the goop.
But what if you didn't do that?
Yeah, then
You just stay disgusting?
well, eventually you get shrouded in a cloud of flies. It takes a little while, but it happens. And I believe that when you're sneaking up on people, they can smell you at range.
So it started off with just them being able to see you. And then they're like, oh, what if the bad guys could hear you?
Yep.
And now they moved into what if the bad guys could smell you? It's a whole new range.
Kojima really took stealth gaming to a new level with that.
I can't wait until Metal Gear Solid 6 where enemies can taste you. That will be just like the best Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid Suite. Fuck, I can't talk. Metal Gear Solid 6 Sweets of the Father. Something like that.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. Have you played or seen The Long Dark? It's like a survival game set in the Canadian wilderness in some sort of mass electronic doomsday kind of thing, and suddenly electronic things don't work at all. And you have to just survive in the Canadian wilderness.
Yes, I have heard of this. I may even own a copy, but I have not played it.
Right. So it's got a kind of neat mechanic to it where, so obviously you're the elements, right? You've got wolves that'll attack you or whatever. So if you were to say like kill a deer, because you need to survive, you need some meat, and then you just like keep the raw deer meat in your pack for the day while you're out gathering. There's a scent part of the game, and like the wolves can smell you because you're carrying the raw meat, and they'll be more attracted to you. It's kind of a neat mechanic.
Yeah, they will.
To add to the game.
Hey, wolves.
Yeah. It's an interesting, game mechanic, and it's one that you could use to your advantage. Pelt or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, now I'm gonna stink and hope that I can kill the wolves without them killing me, kind of thing. That dude's just going back and forth, man.
Yeah. That is true. I'm trying to min-max the distance here because I feel like it's gonna be tight. And he did one-hit kill me earlier.
Mm-hmm. Can't have that again.
Oh, yes you can. Oh my god, I'm a survivor somehow. Barely.
Is he gonna hear you roar?
Oh, I should have stopped to craft another medkit because people are looking for me now.
Yeah. Gotta craft those medkits while you can.
It's saving. There's a quick save happening. Okay. Craft a medkit. I'm swimming in medkits now.
Maybe this door will smash shut behind you. Just because it can.
I mean, I would welcome that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
More medkits than you know what to do with.
So many medkits, but also kind of not enough medkits.
There's never enough medkits, man.
Yeah, there's just like a weird door out here. It's Lily's.
I mean, why wouldn't there be?
It's Lily's door.
Why wouldn't there just be a door in the middle of nowhere? Of course it's Lily's door. Maybe you should try opening it. See what you find behind it. Oh. Got time for a cutscene.
There's always time for a cutscene.
Damn it, Lily. I told you not to put gasoline.
You were too stupid to listen.
But do you listen to me? No. One of these days you're gonna die in a fire.
No, this isn't right.
Too soon.
Was it?
No.
This isn't right. I don't know, dude. It seems to be following a pretty common trajectory.
Alright, well, we just hit another quick save.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm being assaulted.
Got some oil pumps in there, though.
Yep.
Some oil rigs. Blood rigs.
This is, of course, a reference to There Will Be Blood.
Right. God, that was such a good movie. I really loved that that movie.
Oh, really?
Maybe not loved. Loved maybe a little little overboard. But yeah, that was very good. That was what, P.T. Anderson, right?
That was the right Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of his work, generally. Boogie Nights, Magnolia. There Will Be Blood is not...
See, I didn't care a lot for Boogie Nights, but I liked Magnolia.
Yeah.
Magnolia was good.
And Punch Drunk Love was probably my favorite
Punch Drunk
of
Love
his.
was amazing. It was so good.
I do.
Like, it proved that Adam Sandler actually knew how to act.
I don't know.
Find her.
Well, more than all of his other movies.
Yeah, definitely the heaviest acting he's been known to do.
Right. Like, yeah, like between that one and
Is it really
50 First Dates, it actually made me not hate Adam Sandler as an actor.
50 First Dates was the one that he did with Drew
Drew
Barrymore.
Barrymore.
Lily.
Where she has amnesia. But it was actually like he wasn't able to just be his stupid, goofy persona that he is in every other.
Wasn't
He
he,
actually
though?
had to be like,
Didn't he
He
co-star
wasn't.
with
He
Rob
was-
Schneider?
There she is.
he did,
Precious daughter.
but it's because Rob Schneider can't get work without him.
Oh, he's just looking out for him. I get it.
You know, he feels sorry for the guy.
Why didn't
I think that's how it's going. But
No. Please.
yeah, no, I really liked
I
There Will Be
couldn't.
Blood. Thought it was very good.
I wanted to.
Maybe a lot of that was what's his name's work. You can hear me typing because I can't remember the actor's name. Daniel Day-Lewis. That was it.
It's tough because, yeah, his name was not on the tip of my tongue either.
Right. But yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis, who's just an all-around amazing.
I recently
Apparently-
watched The Gangs of New York for
Oh, that was a great movie.
basically I've gone my entire life without seeing it entirely from start to finish. I've seen like sections of it
Come true.
20
Yeah,
or
like
30
over and over
times.
again.
Lily from
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the first time I sat down to actually watch it. And
you will be true.
what I got to say is that damn whistle flute
More than bullets to stop.
shit that they do underground when they're getting ready to rumble, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Shot me.
They need to stop with the whistles.
Why?
Yeah. No, I thought both There Will Be Blood and Gangs of New York were both just remarkably good movies. And I think a lot of that is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Come on, man.
I like to think
Here.
that in the Gangs of New York, the two gangs are called the Dandies and the Neesons. That's,
Okay.
you know, I think that's way better than the Sharks and the Jets.
Although it would be pretty fun if we could somehow transport Daniel Day-Lewis into West Side Story.
Yep. I don't know.
I think he'd be pretty good at it.
I was really surprised while watching the Gangs of New York when they didn't start singing that Maria song that I like so much.
Right?
I thought for sure it was going to happen.
Some payback.
Yeah.
Sebastian? What's wrong?
We're still going
Yeah.
with cutscenes.
You've been working
It's
too
just
hard.
nothing but cutscenes.
It's making you delirious.
Like,
Yeah. But yeah, There'll Be Blood and Gangs of New York were both good, but apparently Daniel Day-Lewis is insane. For Gangs of New York, he actually went and learned how to be a butcher
uh-oh.
in the 19th century. and like for Last of the Mohicans, he like went and lived in the woods for a couple of months because
he's one of them.
you know, right? He's one of those like I have to literally be the character to play the character kind of thing.
And you know what? I think that's honestly pretty cool. But I also feel like, you know what? It's entertainment. Like you don't need
Right.
to.
You could scale that back, and absolutely no one is going to pick on it and be like, "Oh well, he was just shit in this because he didn't eat raw flesh before he filmed this scene. So how could I ever believe him in this part?" Yeah. He's a great actor, though. I still haven't seen Lincoln,
No, me neither.
which was supposed to be good, but I haven't seen Lincoln yet. So
Lily's drawings. God, I hope she still has some of that innocence after all this. I buried myself in work so hard. If I could only get some of that
I'm
time
losing
back.
patience here. It's time to get ready to go to
it's
bed.
It's just searching. What if you just burn the house down instead of searching it?
Whoa, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like if they don't dump me out in a safe house with a safe computer briefcase, God, the
Right.
words that just came out of my mouth.
A safe computer briefcase. Yep. That thing.
Lily?
Yeah. So anyway, reading through the IMDb
Myra's last communication.
of
Was hidden with her files.
There Will Be Blood reminded me of another
Sounded
movie.
so crazy at the time.
It's like not even mentioned in this at all, but it reminded me of another movie that I kind of hated the first time I saw it. Like we're talking about The Matrix. Like I didn't like care for that the first time.
Right.
Later on, it was okay.
If you've
The Big
received this
Lebowski.
letter, then
The first time I saw that, I thought it was a terrible, terrible
it means
movie.
that my investigation got
And then
too
I watched it
close.
again, and it was like fairly genius, like fairly, well
You'll
done.
never see me again. I'm sorry I kept it from you, but it was to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Did you like? You like The Big Lebowski? Was that a movie you were a fan of?
So I thought it was fair.
I'm so sorry, Sebastian.
I also I have a problem where I feel like sometimes I empathize with fictional characters too much, and
All this time,
Okay.
all alone.
the gist of my sentiment is that
It's my fault.
what's his name,
You
John
tried to tell
Goodman's
me.
character was
Right.
just
I didn't
so
He was fucking
abhorrent
terrible.
that
Yeah.
it really pained me on behalf of everybody that was around
So
him.
messed up.
Like
Right.
I
I
was
mean, I think
I was
that's-
so
I think
deeply
that's how you're
troubled.
supposed to feel, right? Like I think you're supposed to basically hate his character.
Well, I didn't hate him. I just was it was miserable.
Right.
I couldn't save Lily from the fire. I failed everyone.
Are you generally a fan of the Coen brothers?
That's not
Um,
true, Sebastian.
You
There
know,
was no fire to
I
save
think
her
their
from. You
stuff
know
is a
this
little
now.
glib. But I would say that Hudsucker Proxy is probably one of my top 5 movies.
That was a good one.
Mobius are a force of nature.
So I don't know.
What you're doing.
I think the first one of theirs that I saw and really immediately loved was Fargo.
it
Yeah.
wasn't
But
your
then
fault.
I think my favorite of theirs is Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Because it was just like it was so wonderfully.
You have to stop.
It was an
torturing
enjoyable
yourself.
watch.
Yeah.
But again,
It
like
was-
I really
Sebastian,
I felt
Sure.
like Oh Brother Where Art Thou especially was just very there was too much of a twinkle in the eye the whole time.
Sure. I don't know. I kind of read it as a similar movie, like in the vein of say like Big Fish, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, the other tall, like it seemed like there were a lot of tall tale movies that came out where things were just kind of over the top for storytelling,
Yep.
and it fit in well to that genre and that time period.
I guess,
thought.
yeah. So, like, the movie that I would reach for, if I
Mhm.
wanted that, is probably an extreme. And that is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
Baron von Munchausen, yeah. Baron Munchausen was a good movie. It was a lot of fun to that one.
But that was really
That was
like an extension of 1001 Arabian Nights, you know? It was that was all
Gilliam, right?
Shahrazad or what have you. Yeah, that was
Mhm.
Gilliam.
But guilt for what?
Gilliam.
Their fault, not mine. They took
Such a
everything from me. I didn't start
insane
anything.
genius when it comes to movies.
And God help anybody that stands in my way.
I think the only one of his that I've ever actually been able to all the way straight through without being like, what the fuck is this movie, was 12 Monkeys.
Mm.
But his stuff was really good. Like, Brazil was great.
Yep.
Baron von Munchausen was... he directed most of the... or was heavily involved in the directing of most of the Python movies. He was great at those. But yeah, just... dude's insane when it comes to making...
you here.
Look what you've done, Sebastian.
I'm sorry.
This is why you don't operate handgun.
I tried to save her, but
No.
You end up shooting the person who saved your life.
wound was superficial.
Right?
She died from injuries sustained in a battle with
Terrible,
those
man.
things.
Damn it. She didn't have to die like that. She was a good soldier. She just wanted to save Lily.
Really, are they actually called things with a capital T?
What are?
Is that their official designation? She's had a battle with those things with a capital T.
Oh,
Is that like their designation? Things.
No, Sebastian.
may as well be.
They're not zombies. They're not
It's not
undead.
your
They're
fault.
infected. They're not whatever. They're things.
Don't let him do this to you.
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a cop out.
It's lazy.
Yeah.
You're right. That
While we're on the
goddamn
subject
son
of
a
random
bitch.
movies, what about Dark City? Did you like Dark City?
Dark City was Besson?
But he's the one who did this. He's the guilty one.
Want to say so, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
Because Besson was
I've just gotta find
Chappie and
That's not the problem.
Fifth Element,
Destroying
right?
William's machine worked.
Which Fifth Element is like my absolute favorite sci-fi movie of all time.
Chappie, really?
What do
I'm
you
pretty
mean?
sure he did
I
Chappie.
picked this up on
I don't know. Chappie was done by the same crew that did District 9.
Oh no, wait, yeah, Chappie was District 9. That may be not. That may not have been. Yeah, Luc Besson was District
Shit.
B13 or something like
I
that.
won't be able to
District
get through.
Alex-
B13, that sounds right.
Alex Proyas was
Oh,
the
okay.
director of Dark City.
Great. Let's see it.
Who? What else did he
Not quite
do?
ready.
He did
I
iRobot.
have to do a few tweaks.
Oh, he did The Crow as well. The
Yikes.
first The Crow, not the later ones, which were so bad.
Oh, yeah. I guess Dark
The first one
City,
was so good.
I don't know why.
Advice.
Okay.
I always think of Delicatessen when I think of Dark City. I guess I must have seen them together or around about the same time.
Similar time period, yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, they have kind of a similar dark tone, but they're not really anything alike.
Sorry, Esmeralda.
Well, yeah, Delicatessen ended up being a
I'll make
weirder
sure you
story
didn't die for
than
nothing.
Dark
I'm
City.
gonna hunt him down like the dog that he is.
But that also kind of makes sense, right? Because Delicatessen, that French dude who did City of Lost Children and others. I can't remember what else it was that he did, but he did the City of Lost Children. Oh, he did. Yeah, Jean-Pierre Genet. I probably completely fucked up his name there, but yeah, he did a few others as well. He also did a very long engagement with.
Well, I guess we made it. We finally survived all the damn cutscenes. We're back at the safe house.
That's it. Movie's over now, right? Or game's over now, right?
Well, we're on chapter 13.
And as far as we can tell, there's only 14 chapters.
Yeah, some of these chapters are very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, you jumped through, like, what, 4 chapters this episode?
We started at 9. 9 was cleared almost immediately.
Right.
So I guess that's true. More like 3, I think. But the next objective: make your way through the remains of Union to reach Sanctuary Hotel in the business district. So
seems easy enough.
Post plus. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll check that out next time. You're gonna be around next week?
I plan to be.
Yeah, me too.
Next week. Next week's is beginning of December. I got nothing going.
Yeah.
I mean, technically I'm good even weeks beyond that. If you want me here for future games,
I think we'll be done next week. That's my suspicion.
I think we will too. Yeah.
All right. Yes, Mr. Midnight's not around, but Lucy is here and vocally upset. I don't know what about, but I'm gonna go find out. So yeah, that'll be it. Signing off.
Okay.